Over here we're presented with an interesting question. This popped up in one of the GCSE exam papers, and upon looking on this, it could seem quite daunting with all of these words over here. But upon closer inspection, we could see that a lot of this information has already been stated onto the diagram. And it's only a few key points that would need to be analysed in a bit more detail. So let's try and tackle this question bit by bit. We have over here a diagram shows a circle of center 0, which we can see here, and we'll take that off. AB is a tangent to the circle at the point A, so A and B over here, tangent to the circle at point A, and I can draw that visually with a right angle here. That's what it would be to show a tangent to the line. And let's take that off. OBA, O to B to A, is at angle 30 degrees. So again, that is taped off, as that could be seen visually. We have point B has coordinates 16, 0. That's again shown over here, taped off. Likewise, point P has coordinates 3P and P. P over here, 3PP, that's shown. This one over here would be our key question. Find the value of P. Over here, we scan this diagram for a bit and we see our value for P would be over here. And that would be our Y coordinate. So let's try and tackle this question again bit by bit. Let's see, our eye first catches up onto our initial question, which is trying to find out this value. And what could I try and draw with this, that coordinate there? Well, I could try and draw a triangle. Over here, we have 3P is our x coordinate. So our length from here to here is represented as 3P. Our height, which is P. And I can draw a nice right angle over here. What do I know about right angles? Well, I can write them into this equation here. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Our A, we can write it as 3P. 3P. We gotta make sure that the squared is involved in brackets. We have B, which is P. So we have plus P squared. And that's equal to C squared. Over here, we haven't written what our C is, so we're going to write it as our radius, as that's what it is on the circle. R for being our radius. So that's equal to R squared here. We'll see if we can simplify this. We have 3P squared, which is 3P multiplied by 3P, which is 9P squared, plus P squared, and that's equal to R squared. One more time simplifying this, we have 9P squared plus P squared, which is 10P squared. And that's equal to R squared. This equation wouldn't be now going down any further, as there is no other extra information onto that diagram. So we'll put it into a box and noting that as a key equation. Our second part would be just below that over here, our second triangle. We'll see what information we do have. We have an angle, but nothing else talking about that triangle. Except for over here, that is hinting out onto our coordinate. We have our x coordinate 16, and that could represent our length from here all the way to here, 16. And one extra thing, this would be also classified as our radius, So we have a length, we have an angle, and we want to work out another length. We can use trigonometric identities for this to figure out what our R value would be. And we can represent that with this acronym, SOB, Ka, Toba, to figure out which equation to use. We have our hypotenuse, and we want to figure out our opposite. Hypotenuse and opposite together in this acronym are over here, next to our sine. Opposite and hypotenuse together. So we use our sine formula, and we'll write that out just below here. We have sine of angle, which is 30, and that's going to be equal to our opposite, which is our radius. So we have radius divided by our hypotenuse, which is 16. We'll simplify this by taking everything to the other side to get r by itself. Opposite of divide 16, which is multiplied by 16, taking that across over here, we have 16 multiplied by sine of 30. And that's equal to my radius. Sine of 30, I can simplify it further, being 1 over 2. 16 times 1 over 2. And that's equal to my radius. 16 divide 2, that's going to be 8. So I have 8 is equal to my r, my radius. Another key stepping point. I can link now this equation with this one. My radius, which now I know is 8, I can substitute that into there. And I'll write that down over here, this whole equation. We have 10p squared. And that's equal to my radius, which is 8. So I have 8 all squared. Simplifying this below, we have 10p squared. And that's equal to 8 squared, 64. Taking everything now to the other side, since p is the value that we wanted to find out in our question, we have opposite of times 10, divide 10, p squared is equal to 64 divided by 10. Simplifying that below, we have p squared is equal to 6.4. Opposite of squared, square root, taking that to the other side, we have p is equal to square root of 6.4. Simplifying that below, we have p is equal to 2.529 continued onwards. We want this answer to be to 1 decimal place. We'll simplify that just below to be p is our final solution of 2.5 to 1 decimal point. And that's our answer. So, thank you for listening, and I do hope this helps. Thank you.